It's an ongoing conversation there for 2 days, and we'll certainly follow up. And even before the meeting starts, we can tell you that South Africa's rand has slumped to a fresh record low against the dollar on a combination of worsening diplomatic tensions and economic risks. The rand dropped as much as 1% to 19 rands and 87 cents for a dollar on May the 30th, making it the worst performer this month, that worst performer in May and not in June. Too soon to say that. Well, let's leave South Africa and look a little bit into Nigeria now, where we know that the issue of petrol subsidy is really at the top, and some observations have been made that it seems attention is now turning to diesel, since diesel and petrol seem to be at par now when it comes to the prices. And so far, we've seen that diesel has been up. That's the price of diesel about 20% this year. But we have Daniella Omoboded joining us now to give us more on this. Hi, Daniella. So I guess this is expected. Everything is increasing at this time following the war going on in Ukraine. Diesel shouldn't be different.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you for having me. So the thing is that the subsidy on diesel had actually been removed a while ago, but some people are not even aware of this. So some of these marketers of refined petroleum products are trying to capitalizing on the situation and also feeding on ignorance, and also for the fact that they're trying to increase their profit margins. There's the tendency for them to raise the prices of all the refined products, for example, such as diesel. Although this recent subsidy removal was just on PMS, that's well.
Yeah, so how do we expect this to feed into inflation? Already, personally, I bought a liter of petrol yesterday, 500 naira, and we do know that for, the markets, they will feed it into their prices. So how do we see this feeding into inflation?
Yes, so we all know that transportation and logistics attributes to at least 15% of inflation in Nigeria. Already, the demand for forex is already higher than its supply. Many commodities have a forex restriction, and then even those commodities that are eligible for importation do not have access to forex for importation, so they have to go to the parallel market and to get forex at a higher rate. So that's where imported inflation comes in, because they're getting forex at a higher rate to import these commodities. Then they sell them they pass on this high cost to consumers in the form of higher prices, transportation, logistics costs. We're going to see cost of transportation doubling, and we're most likely going to see inflation spiral in the coming months.
So just briefly now, do you think that over time, since it's deregulated, that, with global influence, everything will normalize, talking about prices?
On a normal basis, global competition is actually meant to affect the domestic price of diesel or commodities generally. But then let's not forget that there are still some local factors peculiar to our Nigerian economy, like inflation, exchange rate, the ease of doing business, purchasing power of consumers, and all of that. What deregulation in Nigeria has actually done is to put the power of pricing in the hands of these importers and marketers. So there's still some very underlying issues in the Nigerian oil and gas industry, and until those are addressed, global competition is not likely going to feed into our domestic prices.
All right, Daniela, thank you so much for that. We do hope everything balances out. But that's it on the program today. Thank you so much for being a part of Business Incorporated. We have a final one tomorrow. Don't miss it. I'm John Mekwa. Enjoy the rest of your day.